Hi guys, working on the seat. If you, I've been putting a lot of shorts on this because the setup time for some of this stuff just takes longer than you can imagine. I cut this out last night. It looks like a W, but it held a 3-inch piece of square in this way, and if you want to turn your seat 45 degrees, then the square came in this way, if you can follow that. So this wouldn't sit down on that flat, and I didn't like that, so I cut that. This is the size of the top of the, see this ring here? So now you can kind of go like that, and I don't know if that's good or bad. And then the one piece that I've been playing with, I had to clean all this mess up. This was a heck of a mess. Clean up over here, because when you're turning this plastic, which I'm not turning now, I'll turn on this light, probably run out. Anyhow, I checked it for roundness, and the pipe is out of round, so it's just going to be what it is, and it really ain't going to make much difference. But I'll show you drilling that thing. I got to drill a 5/8 hole in it. Don't see my googles around here anyplace. I guess you can see, yeah, you can see that pretty good. I'll bring it over here a little closer. This is a pneumatic. Let me go find my goggles, because, well, here's a pair. You know how I am, safety first. Anyhow, you do a centering bit and all that kind of nonsense. But watch this. This is hydraulic. I think I got it set for the right speed. Can you see that going in? So we'll turn this on. I have a foot lever too. I can't hit the switch. Because all we're going to do is that, and that's, even though it looks fairly thick, it's not really that thick. Where it's drilling there, it's probably only 1/8 of an inch thick, if that much. Then you change bits. If I can find the, of course I don't know what I did with the drill truck. Here's another one up here. I have a couple of them. I didn't leave myself enough room, did I? Sometimes that happens. I got quite a bit of time in this thing now. I know the amount of time I got in this thing. I could have gone to a high-end furniture store and bought a whole set of patio furniture for what I got in this thing. The reason I keep it close is because it takes so long to get up there. So see how slow it's going? Now I got a thing back in the back that I can change the speed of it. So I'm going to change the speed of it so we're not here all day. Like I said, that's only about 8 inch thick. You know, I think as small as that is, I'm going to just go straight to the 5/8 because I don't feel like messing around with it anymore. Let's see, 5/8 is kind of stubby. I was going to go to 1/2 inch, but it just doesn't have to be that good. All right, I think you're in there again. You got to turn that on, hit that on. Except for I'm in fast motion. I think we can go that fast even on a big bit. Something might explode, but the drill bit was turning a little bit. Did you see that? I think we're good to go. Turn that off. Take that out of there so I don't get destroyed on the sharp edge, which I normally do. Put that in there. Get the chuck, undo that. Undo that. And it's got a nasty, that was about a dull bit. It's got a nasty edge on the inside. I guess that's just going to have to be there. I'm not going to grind that out today. I'll grind it out. I still got to take it back apart and paint it. So let's see if we can get this thing together. Together. This goes in here somehow. If I look at the hole, There it goes. There's a nut. I don't know what I did with the bolt. There's the bolt. There's that. There's that. Of course, there it goes. I'm not going to tighten it more than finger tight. Alright. Now see, this should fit in the barrel if everything goes according to plan. Maybe I should make that a little tighter except for I don't have a... Oh, I got an adjustable wrench over there on the back of the Kubota. It's a project I've had in my mind probably for I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I know that, maybe longer than that. And I just happened to found this piece of pipe. I cut that off. There, it doesn't have to be real snug. I'm going to put I think a nylon job on there so it can't back off. There you go. That didn't turn out too bad. I might paint that black so you really can't see it in there. I might just leave it alone. Fat butt seat. What do you think? I guess you could see it spinning around, couldn't you? It spins around pretty good on that, even without any stuff on there. And it feels... well, it's got a little bit of wobble to it, but it can't wobble out. That's why I wanted that piece of pipe on there. I was going to have somebody turn me a block of wood for there, but when I found that piece of steel, I thought that would be a better way to go. So, that being said, I haven't figured out what I want to do with the actual look of it yet. I kind of like the rust color. Somebody painted it Judy Rose in the back. The cement's not level here. It's the biggest problem. I kind of like the rust color, but if I lightly sand it and just spray it with a polyurethane so it stays good. I had to turn that down so it didn't violate you. Well, that's it, guys. It's a project that's about 90% done, or I might paint it. There was one like that, not as good as that, because that's a cast seat. There was one with a stamped steel seat on Facebook for I think it was $160. And like I said, I think I could go out and buy a high-end patio set for the amount of time if I was paid minimum wage for that. But sometimes it's not the end game. Sometimes it's the journey getting there, and it was kind of a fun journey getting there. And it only took me maybe 5 years to get to this point. The painting, if I paint the can black, there's something about that old rust color that just kind of looks neat. And so we're going to leave it at that. This is not going to be the longest video in the world. And another thing that I guess I'll try to make it a little bit longer. Another thing that I was making, I got to take these goofy glasses off. I don't remember if I showed you or not, but a year ago or so, see if you're on here. A year or so ago, a couple years ago, I bought a big canopy, the one that you see on the Carlisle thing. And the size post, what I did was I made these things here. There might be some more. Maybe I took them back down and put them away. I doubt it. I never put anything away. Anyhow, these things here I made, and they go on the canopy, and then they held a LED light on the outside, and that just didn't really pan out. So that was just a mess up that didn't work. But now we're going to Carlisle, and I have that. Did you see that feather flag that I got? Well, the feather flag. Now I can bolt this on to the post of the show, and I had to make these pieces here that are about as goofy as you can get. That took me a long time. I'm not a machinist, so little stuff like this where some normal person could probably make that, but it's kind of like a thimble. So once it gets in here, it's encapsulated, so it can't come out. Then there's a slice in it so it can squeeze down. So that will squeeze onto this pole here, which that holds the feather flag. And then this is a little, I guess, some kind of ball bearing. Well, you can't see it. This is some kind of a ball bearing spinner, so the flag can go around. So this should hook onto my big canopy. That's what that is. So that's something else I've been working on. What else? Oh, I don't know if you saw the big pile of aluminum pans that we'd saved for years and years every time you cook in the kitchen or bring something home. I squished all them down to nothing. So I've been pretty busy doing, I don't know what, nitwit work. So I did a splitting one last night, and had to in fact go down and get the tripod to get that. And I'm also working on the cleaning up. I'll give you a catch up on the, or up to date thing on the wrap. You saw me trying to melt the plastic. If you saw the short, I think it was, nah, maybe it wasn't a short, or maybe I haven't showed it yet. Melting the plastic. Look how this stuff, it turned like butter brickle. That's kind of weird. That was at the plastic soda bottles I was trying to melt down so I could cast another one of those round things, because I need one more for that center one. If you saw that I was missing one. I'm getting around in here a little bit. Don't know what to do with my fancy skis and poles. Maybe I'll put them on Craigslist. I have no idea their value. I got to get that pump. I might try to mount that next onto that tank. I'll go take you back up there and show you that. I got to get this out of here. I have absolutely no idea how I got that thing in here, but I know I did it by myself because I never have any help. But it's right heavy, and I don't really know how I got this door on here. That's been on here for years and years and years, and I don't remember how I got that door on there. But I know I got to put new stops on the end so it doesn't come off. So this is coming along. Old Knoll post. I think, no, that's a one of our posts on our front porch rotted out, and replaced that post, and then cut off the, I guess it was, this was the bottom up here. That was the top, because there's a place for a flag right there. And I got light fixture things there. So I still got a bunch of stuff to do here. So I'm working on stuff, guys. I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but and I know that for a fact because my views are way down and everything's way down on my statistics. But I'm thinking about going stealing a neighbor's log, couple of my neighbor's logs. He's got them set out for me to saw. And I think I might go steal those to get a sawing video on and try that new blade out. I'm going to pressure wash all this stuff, clean it up. That motor goes on top of here. Because a long time ago I picked that up for a couple bucks at an auction. I was going to take, and that pump in there pumps old oil onto, I'd pump it on my barns in a pressure washer, and it worked pretty good. There's one worthless, no good cat. Brings mice in the house instead of taking them out. Anyhow, got some cleanup to do around here. It's a mess, but that's what's going on. So we're going to call that a wrap or a chair. So I'm glad you came by. See you later now. Bye bye.